Anuradha, please introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and please tell us a story.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Hope everybody is safe and secure at your places. All your family members are fine. My name is Anuradha Batra, and I'm based out of Delhi. And storytelling is something, which I'm very passionate about. And I know I have to do this at the end, but really, I would like to thank Eric for giving me this opportunity, and of course, all you for having me here, and thank you for that. So, um, how many of you have heard about Hardy? Um, have you? No, no, no. I'm not talking about Laurel and Hardy. I'm talking about Hardy. He's a very hard-working person and working in a restaurant named Punjab Di Hatti in Punjab, Amritsar. Amritsar. Not sure how many of you have been to this place, but it's a beautiful place. Like I said, he's very hardworking and very sincere to his work. He had started his journey. Sorry, working in this restaurant, and now he has become the head of the restaurant. His owner believes in him, and he feels that he is the only one who is not going to he I mean, if in case of any absence is there, then he will take care of. His principle of life is that we all have two choices in life. If anything comes up, any problem comes up, we all have two choices. Either we brood over it, we crib over it, we cry over it. That is the one choice. And the other choice is that we kind of learn a lesson from that. He believed in the other side of the story. He always had that positivity, the positive attitude. He smiled and just took the step which he had in his gut, the inner feeling, whatever it said to him, he followed that. If he won, he won. If not, he learned a lesson. That's how his life was. He was very famous in his locality where he used to stay. And there's a famous newspaper called Dainik in Punjab. And Rohit, a news reporter, had heard a lot about him. He was always looking for new stories, something new article, and because he had heard about Hardy, he thought might as well go and meet him and listen to his story, why he is, how come he's so positive. He reached there and had an interaction with Hardy. He said, Hardy, tell me one thing, how come you're so positive? And that too every time. It's very difficult. It's really hard to believe that someone can be so positive. Hardy gave him the same reply. See, in life, like what troubles you have faced or any other person has faced in life, I have also faced the same. But I have two choices. One, to cry over it, feel like I'm a victim to it. Why is it happening to me? Complaining to God, doing all sorts of things. And the other is that I can learn a lesson from it. And most of the times I chose the other one. I learned lesson from it. And that sailed me through. It helped me throughout. And that's how I remain positive. Rohit, the reporter, he said, what's big deal about it? I am not very convinced, Hardy, and I don't think I can share this, this article of yours in my newspaper. Sorry, I'll leave for now. Hardy was okay with it. I said, okay, fine, no problem. Months passed by, and it was like, I think 6 months that Rohit was reading a newspaper, some other newspaper, and he read a small article in that wherein it was written Hardy being shot. He read the entire article and he realized that he is the same person, Hardy, whom he had met 6 months back. He gathered information in which hospital he was. He reached the hospital and he met him. He then said, Hardy, I would like to talk to you. What happened to you? How come you got shot? Hardy gave a big smile to him, greeted him, and he said, no, nothing. Just, I got shot. He said, nee, but still, what happened exactly? He said, you see, it so happened that it was a normal day for me. I was doing my duty and in the night, I had to close the restaurant. My customers all had gone. My staff had gone. I was just about to put the shutter. I was about to switch off the lights. Suddenly, 3 men appeared and they immediately dragged me, pulled me down and said, give us the keys. I got scared. I said, the keys are in my the keys are in my pocket. I said, okay, fine. Where is the safe? Where is the money? Hardy pointed, there is the safe and the money is kept inside. Please take these keys and you can take that money. Hardy said, I was so much zapped. I was thinking that if I'm fine, everything is fine. Money is not important. That thing was bothering. It was there in the head. Hardy bent down and he was just about to bring out the keys. Amongst the 3 robbers, one, somehow he got panicked. He got nervous. He thought probably he's about to do something. Probably he's about to raise an alarm. Maybe he's about to ring a bell. In panic, in nervousness, he gave a shot. It missed. Because this first person had given a shot, the other 2, they also got scared. They got nervous. Everybody, all 3 of them started shooting. Hardy missed few of the shots, but unfortunately, few hit him. He fell down and he was half conscious. And he saw that, the robbers went to the safe, they took the money and off they vanished. At that very moment also, he said that I had 2 choices. One, to lay down and lie there and wait for somebody to come. Or the second choice was to crawl, even if the blood losing blood, to crawl and go where the telephone was kept. He went there, he crawled, he called the police, and to his good luck, 100, the policemen were available and immediately they came, unlike what we see in movies. The policemen came and they took him to the hospital. After some time, he saw that he was lying in the bed in the operation theater. There was total panic all around. The doctors, nursing, they were preparing themselves for the operation. And you could see there was a lot of panic on the faces and disturbed, and somebody was doing something, and there was so much hodgepodge. He thought that probably I'm a lost case and I won't, I don't know what is going to happen to me. He overheard one doctor telling, does anyone know what is he allergic to something? Before even the other doctor could say yes or no, he immediately said, hey doctor, listen, I'm allergic. Oh, yes. Son, what are you allergic to? Doctor, I'm allergic to bullets. Please bring them out of me. And he just kept quiet. He then after a few minutes, he called the doctor and he said, Doctor, please, you have, please listen to me. You have got two choices now. One, operate on me and think that I'm a bad case and I'm not going to survive. Other option is that you operate on me with the mindset that I am going to live. Doctor had never heard anything of this kinds, that too on the operation theatre and on the bed. The doctor chose the second option, and Hardy was survived. He was fine, hale and hearty. Doctor came and greeted him that it was only because of you that I could do this, the strength that you had. Hardy shared the story to Rohit, and he felt that probably now Rohit would be satisfied, would be happy and contented that yes, finally he has got that kind of vibes, and he is in agreement to what Hardy is telling. But Hardy could also see that somewhere on his face, he could see that that he's not in agreement to him, not in 100% agreement to him. He said, okay, fine, but and he felt that please don't adopt the attitude that I don't believe in defeat. And he then later on shared that I hope you're not like that obstacle man. The obstacle man of the story of, I have heard about. And this person, the obstacle man, he had that negative attitude with him. And this negative attitude, it came out in the following manner. Then the directors of the firm had a project under consideration, which moved, it required considerable expense. Some definite hazards were also involved, but there were success possibilities. In the discussions regarding this venture, the obstacle man could invariably say, and always with scholarly, just saw a movement that let's now consider the obstacles involved. There was another man who sitting over there, and he said very little, but he was respected amongst his associates because he was an experienced person and he was working in this organization for more than 15-20 years. And his achievements presently spoke up and asked, why did you constantly emphasize the obstacles in this proposition instead of the possibilities? Because to be intelligent, one must be realistic. And it is a fact that there are certain obstacles in connection with this project. What attitude would I take towards these obstacles? If I just remove them, that's all, and then I forget them. But it's easier said than done. You see, you would remove them and then you would forget them. May I ask if you have any technique for removing obstacles and for forgetting them that the rest of us have never discovered? A slow smile came on his face, on the face of the other man. He said, son, I've spent my entire life, removing such obstacles. I've never yet come across that, one is not able to remove any of such problems or obstacles that you call. And enough faith and guts are willing to work. Since you want to know how it's done, let me show you. The other man, the experienced one, the old man, he then reached into his pocket and took out his wallet. In the wallet under the glass window, there was a card which was kept, and something was written. He pushed that wallet across the table and said, there, son, read those lines. That's my formula. And please, don't give me that song and dance that it won't work either. I know better from experience. The obstacle man picked up the wallet with a strange look on his face, since he was still not clear what's happening, and read the words to himself. The other man said, "Read them aloud," urged the owner of the wallet. It read, "I can do all the things which strengthen me." He said, "Could you please repeat these lines again?" Said, "Yes, I can do all the things which strengthen me." The owner of the wallet said, "I have lived a long time and I've faced lots of difficulties in any time. But there is so much power in these words that with them you can remove any kind of obstacle." This positiveness, together with the facts of his experience, which were actually known to all of them, that he was a remarkable man, had overcome many odds. But after this, there was complete silence. There was no negative talk. And the project was put into operation. And despite difficulties and risks, it turned out successful. The moment this word came up as successful, while Hardy was narrating this small incident, he saw that there was a smile on Hardy's face. There was light. He could see that now the reporter understands that why Hardy is called as a positive man. He is called as the vitamin P plus. Vitamin P plus, vitamin of positivity that he had embedded in him. That was his story.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody? Any thoughts? Resonations? Anuradha, tell us about the story. Is this a story you made up, or is it based on your experience, or where does it come from?
It's part of both actually. My experience as well as I have made up, because I myself believe so much in positivity that I won't talk about the pandemic situation that we are in at present. But let me share one small incident. It happened just about say 7-8 months back. I had been trying for a job ever since I lost last year. And every month, I used to apply everywhere. No matter any, I had not left any portal where I had not applied. Whatever information I could get, I could apply everywhere. But no results. But every day in the morning, first thing what I used to do is this: that no, I am going to do my bit, and I am going to work hard on it. I'm going to repetitively, going to apply everywhere, even if I don't get the results. This consistency remained. But then there one point, I really got frustrated that, why is it that I'm not getting any kind of reply also? Even if it is a no, why am I not getting that? But then I told this to myself, that it's not me alone who has got affected. There are thousands and lakhs of people who unfortunately have got affected. I will continue doing my bit. I will learn. I will keep on adding, some knowledge, so that it helps me, keeping me engaged. And I'll keep my, I mean, whatever I need to do, I'll be doing. and rest I'm going to keep it on to them. I'm not bothered about the results now, but yes, I continue to do my bit. So this, it helped me, and every day, by God's grace, I don't crib over things. Once I go to sleep, I forget everything, and next morning I'm super fresh, forgotten everything. So that also, helps me, and that I keep transferring to my kids and even to my husband, because he's not that optimistic kind of a person than I am. So I keep transferring that, and tell my children also to, uh, just let go, and you do your bit. Rest, keep it on to God.
You
He will
said
do
we,
his.
you said we can either brood, crib, or cry, or we
Yes,
can learn a lesson. But
yes. I chose to learn a lesson.
no, but usually I brood, crib, and cry, and then I learn a lesson.
Okay. I
Veena.
know we all have tough times. Even I had my own tough times. Yes, the learning is there too, and but it's just that, like I said, I go to sleep and I forget, and it's gone.
Veena, what
Lucky
did
you.
you? Go ahead, Veena.
It brings to me, beautifully told, Anuradha. You could
Thank
see
you.
partly the emotions coming out sometimes, which is good.
Thank
But then you didn't leave us there. You carried on and you showed us the positivity, which is the good part of it.
you.
But
Thank
it just brings to mind my own experience like this when many years ago during SARS we
you.
were in Singapore, and I was looking for a job as a teacher with a new degree in my hand at the age of 45. I was not young. So who wants a only teacher? But then I wanted a job. And then I had applied to almost 12 or 15 schools. Nobody even got back to me. Nobody got back. And months went by, and then suddenly I got a call at 7 a.m. Can you just come and teach today? Like, where? Who? God sent, and from then on, I climbed the ladder. And yeah, if it's not meant to be this time, it's not meant to be. That's it. But then you just keep learning something else. So I
Yes.
did some courses and things like that, and I was well after that. But all that cocooning time to be inside was helpful to fly out like a butterfly.
Oh, wonderful. Yes.
Now, of course, in this time of this pandemic, it's it's uh, it's not just our individual situation. And in many professions are shrinking. They are
Yes.
disappearing,
Yes.
or the way the profession is being done is disappearing. So it is not the individual's fault sometimes that no jobs are available. So then sometimes many people are changing their careers to adjust to this new reality. The tourism, the hotel, the food preparation, travel, entertainment. These industries are especially devastated, and we don't know in what form and to what degree they're going to come back. So, already, for example, to be an actor was a very difficult profession because you do 100 auditions and maybe you get one. But now it's even more difficult.
Oh, totally agree.
Mm. All right. Liz, go ahead. Liz, thank you so much. Liz is in California, and you must have gotten up at 6 o'clock in the morning to be with us. Thank you so much. And you're the next teller after the
Oh,
next. But go
yes,
ahead. Go
yes,
tell us
thank
tell
you.
us
And
go ahead.
I'm sorry for joining in the middle, but yeah, I'm not that early a riser, but I just wanted to say I really appreciated, Anuradha, how your story was, as Eric kind of suggested, a mix of different kinds of stories, and especially the story within a story at the end of the old man. And I really it was such suspense that I wanted to know what was written on that piece of paper. You did that so well. And the message of the story was really one I keep needing to hear, even though I'm not a pessimist, but I put my attention a lot on the obstacles whenever a situation is. And I realize that's a choice I'm making. It's not the only choice I can make. So your story is really helpful for people like me. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Liz. Thank you so much for those kind words.
Eric,
Okay,
is it okay? Do we have 2 minutes?
go ahead.
Yeah, Anuradha, I also like that, two choices we have. And for a moment, it confused me because recently I read it in a book, and the author was really encouraging that, in any situation, you should think about a third option. So for a moment, it kind of confused me. And, I felt funny that I read this. But then what I realized is that your choices are about attitude, and what he talks about, ways we are thinking, in which ways we can solve it. Usually there are not only two ways, but in many ways we can solve a particular problem. But what you suggest is about, the mindset that we are taking.
Yes,
So
yes.
it was really very helpful reminder for me, and really very useful in currently some situation which I'm going through, and it kind of cleared it for me. So really thank you, and it helped.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great.